Welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. My name is Jasmine. I'm going to serve as the facilitator for our session today. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. You can use your microphone to talk to our presenters at any point throughout our sessions today. You can also utilize the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any point. Third, this is just one of a few different sessions we're offering, so feel free to visit our registration site to sign up for additional sessions. And finally, this presentation is being recorded, and you'll have access to this recording by visiting the site on your screen. With all of that said, I want to go ahead and turn it over to our first presenter, Western Illinois University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Liz. I am an admissions counselor for Western. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Slides here. Oh, goodness. So sorry.
And Liz, if it would be helpful, we can come back to you.
Nope, that's okay. I just gotta
pull
them up. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So once again, my name is Liz. I'll be presenting for Western. Western has 3 campuses. We have a campus in Macomb, a campus in our Quad Cities, and we do count some of our online classes as a campus. We are a Division I. We have over 200 student organizations, and we're located about 4 hours from Chicago, so we're super accessible, and we also have Amtrak that can take students down to our Macomb campus. So like I said, 2 in-person campuses. This is our Macomb campus. It was our first campus, and then our Quad Cities was our second campus. We have about 7,500 students between all of our campuses, and our student to faculty ratio is 13:1, and 96% of our classes are taught by full-time faculty. The only time that you'll be seeing a teaching assistant or a grad assistant like running a course is if it's during tutoring or during our Rocky resources. So like I said, we have those statistics right here for you. Western is super well known for our law enforcement and justice administration programs, as well as our agriculture, business, computer science, sports broadcasting, musical theater, and nursing. We have over 60 programs that our students can choose from, and they all offer different opportunities to work one-on-one with our professors and our faculty within that department. So these are a few of our different colleges. So our College of Arts and Sciences. This is where we have our nursing program housed out of our psychology program. Biology is in here as well. And then we also have our College of Business and Technology. This is where our business program, our computer science, and our agriculture is housed out of, as well as all the other majors that I maybe haven't mentioned yet. And then we also have our College of Education and Human Services. This college is well known for our law enforcement and justice administration, as well as our education majors. We also have fire science in here. That's another one of our popular programs within this college specifically. Then our final college is our College of Fine Arts and Communication. Within this college, we have our music program, our musical theater, communication, and sports broadcasting. Those are the big ones in that college. So our admission requirements, we do require a 2.75 GPA to be automatically admitted. Between a 2.0 and a 2.74, we will request some additional materials, and that's on a case-by-case basis, kind of depending on how our processing team what materials they'll need from you. It can be anything from a letter of recommendation to some more information about your high school experience as well. And then we will request a high school transcript, official or unofficial. When you're applying to Western, you can self-report your GPA, and so we will just need that official transcript to confirm that. So it's super easy process that just allows us to go ahead and admit those students, which is super exciting. And then we also have our transfer admission guarantee. There's no additional fee for this tag program is what we call it. All you need is a 2.0 GPA and then 24 credit hours to be automatically admitted. And then students are eligible for a $1,000 one-time scholarship, which is also really awesome that we can get our students. And so the admissions process, you can head on to this link over here, our wwu.edu/apply. It'll take you right to our application, and you can indicate whether you're a freshman or a transfer student right in there, and it'll take you to the proper application. So these are some numbers about, the cost of attending Western. And so the annual cost to attend, this is just an average, is the $22,271. And then our students receive an average financial aid award of $18,227. We don't have any out-of-state tuition. So if students are coming, from Iowa or Missouri or Wisconsin or any of the 50 states, we don't offer that out-of-state tuition. So it's the same for all of our students, which is really a really great opportunity for those out-of-state students. We don't have any cost increase. So what that means is the cost of you coming to Western is going to stay the same for you all 4 years that you're attending Western. So if fees are different for other students coming in at later times or earlier times, your fee is going to stay the same no matter what all 4 years. So that cost isn't going to change. And then we also award about $10 million worth of scholarships to our students. So you can see that we do offer a lot of opportunities for our students to attend Western. We offer a bunch of different scholarships for our students. And so this is the site that you can go to examine the costs. We have a cost estimator on our website where students can input, like the average amount of scholarship that they think they'll get, what credits they're bringing in, and it can really add in some more details about what that cost is going to look like for those students. So it's a great tool that our students can use to see what their individual cost is going to look like when they come to Western. So these are some of our scholarships that we offer to our students. I'm going to talk a little bit about our Western Commitment Scholarship. So this Western Commitment Scholarship is GPA based, and it's only for our freshman students. And so it's on a GPA scale. So if you come in with a 3.3 GPA, you are eligible for a $3,000 scholarship, and that's for all 4 years that you come to Western. So it'll renew each year. If you have a 3.6 GPA, you're eligible for $6,000 worth of scholarships just through the Western Commitment. And again, that's all 4 years that you're coming to Western as a full-time student. Or if you have a 3.9, you're eligible for the $8,000 a year scholarship. You can submit a scholarship petition if you're like right on the border between, like if you have a 3.5 GPA and you really want that 3.6 GPA, you can submit a petition that can boost.
And our next presenter is Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joanna Ford. I am from Southern Illinois University in Edwardsville. With me today is actually my colleague, Jasmine Howlett. She's going to be answering your questions in the chat throughout the presentation. So, Southern Illinois University is located in a very small town in Southern Illinois named Edwardsville. We are really lucky though, because we're also only 25 minutes away from downtown St. Louis. We're considered to be a mid-sized university, which means we have the ability to make sure that our students get access to their professors. Our student to faculty ratio right now is 15:1. We do our best to keep our average class size right around 20. We had one of our largest entering classes this year, and it brought us to just over 13,000 students total on campus. We do pride ourselves on our academic excellence. We have over 120 undergraduate programs and degrees within our 7 schools and colleges. Most of our schools do offer direct entry. So if you meet the eligibility requirements, that means as a first year, you get access to additional advising resources. You're guaranteed a place within that program from the beginning. School of Pharmacy does have an additional profile that's done through the Meridian Scholarship application if the School of Pharmacy is one of our schools that you're interested in applying for. And many of our programs do also offer an accelerated degree. This just means that you get the chance to complete your master's degree while you are finishing up your undergraduate degree. You start your master's degree, and this saves you time, it saves you money, and you can actually get your master's degree through our university in as little as 5 years from start of undergraduate to finish of your graduate degree. So you get to combine your degrees and save some time and money, which I think everybody likes. For this year, I am happy to announce we are not requiring SAT or ACT scores in order to get automatic admission into the university. Our current GPA requirement for automatic admission is a 2.6 high school GPA. If your GPA is lower than that, we can still consider you for acceptance. We would, in that case, ask that you take the SAT and get a 990, or do the ACT and get at least a 19. If your GPA is below a 2.0, we do also have a review board. They might request additional documentation and then take that additional information into consideration to still consider you for acceptance into the university. We are still utilizing SAT and ACT scores in order to determine enrollment for students that are interested in following a direct entry path into their program. So if you're interested in direct entry for your program, all the eligibility and enrollment requirements are going to be listed at that website here on this slide at siue.edu/direct. As of this year, our yearly cost for a student who wants to live on campus, take about 15 credits, full meal plan, full fees, everything was $22,100 for the year before any grants and scholarships were added. We do include many services in our fees, but one of the best things that we offer, in my opinion, is that we include your textbooks in your fees. So you don't have to purchase textbooks at SIUE. We instead include the books in your fee. You check them out at the beginning of the semester. And then once your class is done, you just return them to textbook services free of charge. We don't require our first year students to live on campus either. So I will say the room and board is on this slide. You're not required to live on campus, but if you do choose to do so as a first year, you would be required to have a meal plan just because our first year dorms don't have kitchens. So that's why I included that on this slide. So let's cover the application process and scholarship opportunities for first year students coming directly at a high school. The application for SIUE is on our website as well as on Common App, and the application just needs your official high school transcripts and normally also a $40 application fee. I do want to point out on here though, we're waiving the application fee for any student who applies during our Cougar Weeks, which is going to be October 4th through the 17th. Our priority deadline is still December 1st, so I highly recommend you take advantage of Cougar Weeks so that you get to bypass that application fee and get your application in within the priority timeline. Our final application deadline for first year students isn't until May 1st, but I highly recommend you take advantage of the December 1st timeframe. We are very happy that we're able to offer a full ride opportunity this year again through our Meridian Scholarship. Meridian is the only scholarship we have with a completely separate application process, and it does require a 3.5 unweighted GPA to be able to apply. There is a hard deadline of December 1st, but it's also absolutely free to apply. If it's awarded, your tuition, your fees, your room and board, they're covered for 4 years. We also offer the Janetta Haley Scholarship, which is $2,000 a year for students who are underrepresented in their field of study, and the SIUE Commitment. That one's only for Illinois residents, but it does cover tuition and fees for students who complete a FAFSA if their family falls below $63,000 in income and $50,000 in assets. The scholarship does have limited funding, so if you're an Illinois resident and you think you might qualify, highly recommend that you get your application and your FAFSA in as early as possible so that you can be considered for that funding. And finally, we're still offering Cougar Pride as of this year, in addition to our other institutional scholarships. This scholarship is awarded to any student who has a 3.0 and higher. As you can see here, it's just based off of a chart. Each GPA receives a specific award amount, anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000 each year. All scholarships are for fall entry only. There are currently no institutional scholarships offered for students who begin with us during a spring semester, so do keep that in mind. Our application process for transfer students, if you decide to attend a couple of years at another institution first before coming, is very similar. If you bring in fewer than 30 semester hours from your previous school, we will probably require both your college and your high school transcripts. And our application deadline is later for transfer students as well. The priority deadline for transfer students is March 1st, and we do accept applications all the way up until a month before classes. And transfer students are also going to be eligible for that fee waiver that we're offering during Cougar Week from October 4th to the 17th. Our Cooper Pride scholarships for transfer students are a little bit different. The one that I will mention is that scholarships for transfer students usually are eligible for 2 years versus 4, and we don't have the Meridian Scholarship, but we do offer Phi Theta Kappa scholarships if you are a member of Phi Theta Kappa through your previous institution, like through your community college. And finally, we're a very active campus. We welcome visitors, whether it is virtually, like today's format, or if you want to come in person. And in addition to our daily guided tours, we have evening and weekend availabilities for in-person tours, as well as preview days where our department offers academic fairs and students can speak with our faculty and tour the facilities. Thank you so much for coming today.
Up next, University of Evansville.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jill Fisher. I am the Assistant Director at the University of Evansville, and I'm going to get my screen pulled up here. All right. So first, I just want to go over some fast facts. So where is the University of Evansville? We are located in the southwestern corner of Indiana. Evansville is the third largest city in the state of Indiana, with several major cities just 2 to 3 hours away. Our total enrollment includes just over 2,300 students, with about 2,000 of those being in our undergraduate population. So you can see by our low student to faculty ratio and average class size that we offer small classes to help students better engage with our faculty. You know, our professors, they want to get to know you as a person, not just a number on the roster. The incredible faculty teach because that is their passion. They want to act as a mentor to you. They want to help you successfully reach your goals. At UE, we do offer over 75 different majors and areas of study. Some kind of unique programs that we offer include creative writing, archaeology, ethics and social change. We also have direct entry opportunities available in nursing for the undergraduate level. And then at the graduate level, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Master of Physician Assistant Science, and athletic training. You can find that full list of majors on our website under academics. And then all students at UE are encouraged to complete at least one internship and study abroad. And as for athletics, we are probably one of the smallest Division I schools in the country. We do have 17 different athletic teams. We are known as the Purple Aces, and you can see a picture of our mascot actually down there in the bottom right corner. That is Ace Purple. Let's see if I can get to my next one. Okay, so imagine spending a semester living in a castle. This is Harlaxton College, our campus over in England. We do own and operate Harlaxton, and it's located about an hour north of London. Since we own and operate it, your tuition and room and board is the same cost. Your scholarships, your financial aid, all of that goes over there with you. So really your additional cost to spend a semester there is going to be related to your travel. You do have 3-day weekends, so it's not just all studying while you're over there. You can take off for the weekend and travel across the UK and Europe. There's even a couple extended weekends, so you can go a little farther away as well. What's kind of unique is every major can study abroad. And typically during sophomore year is when that works best. Nursing students are kind of the exception. They wait until fall of senior year so that they can get some clinical experience in a public healthcare setting while they're over there. So something to kind of think about, do you see challenges as an opportunity to make a difference, maybe in your community, in your state, in the country, in the world, wherever? If you can answer yes to that question, then you're what's known as a change maker. So the University of Evansville is one of approximately 50 official changemaker campuses around the world. So you're like, what does this mean? This means that our students and our faculty set the bar for social innovation and making a positive change in our world. And so when you come to the University of Evansville, you can actually start making a difference from day one. We have delay start classes your freshman year so that you have an opportunity to explore those classes and see if you want to sign up and start working on any of the current projects we have going on. Some examples of our students and how they're making positive change is by promoting alternative energy sources, reducing infant mortality, and another one, providing microloans and services to women entrepreneurs. And then we also have a high school changemaker challenge where it's open to any student in the world. Usually happens in January, and you can pitch your idea, and that idea can actually snag you up to a full tuition scholarship. So applying to UE, we do offer a free application, and it is available on our website or through the Common Application. For most majors, we only require an application and a transcript in order to be able to make a holistic admission decision. In some cases, we may require additional information. Students are welcome to submit test scores for additional scholarship consideration up until February 1st, if you do have test scores to submit. There are a few programs that do still require test scores and or an essay in order to be considered for direct entry. So those direct entry programs, engineering, nursing, athletic training, physical therapy, and physician assistant science. You can see those listed on here. Be sure to apply by November 1st in order to get an early decision back from us in December. And so talking about tuition and scholarships, our current direct costs are about $53,000 per year for tuition, fees, and room and board. Keep in mind, this is sticker price. No one actually pays us, as 100% of admitted students do receive scholarships. Our scholarships are automatic, and our grid is available on our website with many add-on awards available. One such add-on is our FAFSA Incentive Award, where you can receive a $1,000 scholarship just by sending your FAFSA to UE. You can stack any outside scholarship on top of your aid as well. And our average financial aid package is just under $30,000. Visiting campus. So we have a couple different visit options, individual visit and purple visit days. So individual is, one-on-one with professors and different members of our campus community. Group visits are going to be similar to an open house, and they're called purple visit days. So check out our website for more details on these dates. There is a scholarship tied to visiting campus as well. And be sure to follow us on social media to see more pictures of our campus and videos from current students. I think we just added a ton of new videos to our YouTube channel, so definitely check that out. And then finally, here is our contact information. So if you are in Southern Illinois, which is shaded in purple, I am your admission counselor. And if you're in orange, your admission counselor is Anthony Howman.
Thank you so much, University of Evansville. Up next, we have the University of Illinois at Chicago.
Great, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Samantha. I'm the Assistant Director of Recruitment at the University of Illinois, Chicago. Thanks so much for being here this afternoon. I'm really excited to tell you a little bit about UIC. So I'm going to go ahead and start by telling you a little bit about a few unique things that I think makes UIC special. So first, we have our location. We are located right in Chicago, less than a mile away from the Chicago Loop, which is something you might be familiar with, where a lot of famous Chicago landmarks are located. That red portion of our campus that's highlighted on the map there, that is East Campus. We have just one campus, but we do break it up into East, West, and South Campus. East Campus is where our undergraduate students spend the majority of their time. So this is where a lot of our residence halls are, our union, lots of academic buildings, quad, etc. As an undergrad, you definitely will spend a lot of time there. On the west side of campus, we do have some of our health science buildings, as well as the University of Illinois Hospital. It's also located in the Illinois Medical District, which houses 3 other large hospitals as well. So those of you interested in the health sciences will definitely spend some time over there, getting experience, getting patient care hours, etc. Then on the south side of campus, that houses our athletic stadiums. We do have 18 Division I sports teams. The games are free to attend, and students definitely like to head down there to see a soccer or baseball game. Now, I do think that our location is really special because although we're located in such a large city, we still offer a very traditional campus feel. I mentioned we have residence halls. We have one of the largest unions in the US. We have even more than 5,000 trees throughout campus. So you're still getting that pretty traditional feel, although you're living in a big city. It is kind of the best of both worlds, I like to think. Chicago also provides our students with a never-ending list of things like jobs and internships and many fun things to do as well. At UIC, we're committed to both academic excellence as well as access. You can see we're ranked as one of the best public colleges in the US, but we're also ranked as one of the most transformative colleges, meaning that the experience our students are having at UIC is really transforming their life. We do have nearly 100 different academic programs and majors, and we are the largest institution in Chicago. However, we want our students to have a really engaging academic experience, and we do that through things like small class sizes and the availability of our faculty. We also offer a really wide range of support services like individualized advising, free tutoring, group study, and much more. Now at UIC, we really believe students should learn just as much outside the classroom to supplement the learning they're doing inside the classroom. Our students are constantly learning through things like jobs and internships, study abroad opportunities, which you can actually do on any continent, and then also through research. And this slide dives into research just a bit more. UIC is a Research One institution, which means we engage in the highest level of research activity. We spend more than $400 million in sponsored research programs every year. And what this means for you is you would get to engage in research as early as your first semester on campus. UIC is considered one of the most welcoming and diverse institutions in the US. We're actually ranked in the top 5 most diverse institutions in 2020 by US News and World Report. Our students come from different cultural backgrounds. They have different socioeconomic experiences, race and gender identities, religious beliefs, and so much more. And that really frames the kind of conversations our students are having with one another. They are constantly learning from one another, both in and outside the classroom. About 40% of our students are first-generation college students, meaning they're the first in their family to attend college. And we have no ethnic or cultural majority among our student body. At UIC, we really strive to support such a diverse student body by offering access to some of those support services I mentioned earlier. But we also have 7 cultural centers. There are 7, I'm going to highlight just 2 today. We have one of the only disability cultural centers in the US, and we have the first and only Arab American cultural center in the US as well. A final way that UIC is unique is through our commitment to social good. Our students are well known for wanting to give back to their communities, and our goal at UIC is really to provide students with the skills they need to create change after they leave UIC in whatever industry they decide to pursue. Lots of our courses do have community service and outreach components, and a lot of our clubs and organizations also have community service or outreach initiatives. Okay, so I've talked a lot about a few things that I think makes UIC special. Just to recap, we talked about our location, our commitment to both academic excellence and access, our belief that students should learn both outside and inside the classroom, our diverse student body, and our commitment to social good. If those are things you're looking for in an institution, then we certainly hope you apply. And here's just some brief information about our application process. Of course, you can find more information online, but we are on the Common App. You will provide a transcript. We are test optional. There is a $60 application fee. However, we are happy to provide a fee waiver. So if that fee presents a challenge, please get in contact with us so we can give you instructions for the waiver. And then we do a holistic review. So everything you see on the screen right now are things that are considered during our review process. And then I'll touch real quickly on my last slide here about tuition and fees. You can see the Illinois state in-state rate there. We do offer locked-in tuition, which means your tuition will not increase for up to 4 years. The same price you pay your freshman year will be the same price as your senior year. And then there are some other costs on the screen here, but just know that they are either optional or estimated, not necessarily things that you are billed for. I do just want to highlight that living on campus is optional, and students are welcome to live at home their first year or throughout their entire time at college if they would like. All right, I'll go ahead and wrap up, but I just want to say that thank you for coming today. There's a lot of choices out there for college, and we are happy to help. So please don't hesitate to get in contact with us, and I will leave our contact information in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you. So that concludes the presentation portion of our college fair for today. but we are going to transition to the Q&A. I want to encourage all of our presenters to return. Feel free to turn your cameras back on, and I will pose a question to the group. Our presenters will respond to the question in the order in which they presented. So we will go ahead and start with the first college. The question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So we'll start with Western Illinois University. And I'll repeat the question. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Absolutely. So as someone who was recently in the college search process, definitely keep an open mind about your options. There are so many great opportunities, not only at my university, but other universities that can, lead you to the correct career path or the path that you never thought about until you went to college. So definitely keep an open mind.
Southern Illinois, feel free to go ahead.
Unfortunately, my camera isn't working at this time. Can you all hear me okay?
We can.
Okay, so my advice would be to not limit yourself in your search. You never know what university may be the right one for you. So narrowing down what you're interested in and what things matter to you in your college search process will be the best thing to do. So if you want smaller class sizes, or you really want the opportunity to study abroad, or something specific, narrow down what you really want out of your experience so that while you're doing your college search process, you'll be able to find colleges and universities that can really cater to exactly what you want.
My advice would be to make sure you engage with your admission counselor at all the schools that you're looking at applying to, because we really want to get to know you as a student and what your interests are, what you're looking for in a school. And maybe we can't help you, but maybe we can direct you towards other places that may be a better fit for you. So just always be open to engaging with your admission counselor.
My advice for students going through the college search process would be to take advantage of all the virtual activities schools have going on right now. I think a lot of schools have ways where you can virtually tour campus, and that's a great first step, especially if you're not able to get an in-person tour right now, or you don't feel comfortable doing an in-person tour. That's a really great way to just get a little bit of information on whether that school is a good fit. And also you can tour schools that are kind of far away from home that way too. So definitely don't hesitate to do that.
Thank you all. And we want to give Northeastern Illinois University the opportunity to also respond. So what advice do you have for anyone going through the college search process?
I've been out of college for a while, but one of the things that I often recommend students do is definitely to check out more than one university, especially ones that are in your local area, to visit them, as well as maybe visiting some out-of-state schools. It's never too early to start looking at colleges. I usually recommend that they start looking at colleges in their end of their sophomore year, in between junior and senior year, to visit different campuses, and always be on the lookout for deadlines.
Great advice from the entire group. We do want to give Northeastern Illinois University the opportunity to present as well. So to our remaining presenters, if you want, you can feel free to turn your camera off, and we'll turn it over to Fabi.
Thank you so much. All right, so I just need to share my screen. Thank you very much. All right, so good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fabiola Callis, and I am one of the admission counselors at Northeastern Illinois University. I am one of the freshman admission counselors, so I'm going to go over a couple of quick things about Northeastern. We are a state university. We're located in Chicago's north side. We're about 10 miles north of downtown Chicago. Our enrollment is about 7,119. We have about 100 different countries represented in our student body. Our average class size is 19. Our student to faculty ratio is 13:1. And we do have about 70 different clubs and organizations that students can join depending on their interests, as well as maybe major interests as well. This is a quick snapshot of what our tuition is for the 2021-2022 school year. Right now, our undergraduate tuition is about $12,000 and some dollars, I should say $12,063. And that also includes for our neighboring states. So our neighboring states, such as students from Indiana, Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, and Kentucky would receive in-state tuition. It does cost a little bit more for our non-resident tuitions to attend Northeastern. It's about $25,585. We also provide a guaranteed tuition rate that's locked in for 4 consecutive years or until the student graduates. And of course, our undocumented students may qualify for in-state tuition if they meet the Illinois requirements for the Acevedo bill. And these are our top 10 majors. One big change that happened this year is that we moved our computer science program to the College of Business and Management. But now the College of Business and Management is the College of Business and Technology. Northeastern is known as a teacher's college. We've been around since 1867. A lot of our students that do come to Northeastern, and that was one of the reasons I attended Northeastern, was because I wanted to become a teacher. But the majors that are highlighted in bold, a white font, are the top 10 majors: biology, pre-med, communication, media, and theater, justice studies, which is our pre-law major, psychology, social work, accounting, management, early childhood education, and our interdisciplinary studies program are our top 10 majors. What are our admission requirements? Well, we are test optional. We do not require students to submit test scores, but if they are interested in applying to scholarships, especially our merit-based scholarships, they do have to submit those. Our minimum requirement for admission is a 2.5. And then our main campus, which is where I'm located, is located at 5500 North St. Louis in Chicago. We're in the North Park neighborhood. And as I mentioned before, we're about 10 miles north of downtown. Our other campus is located in the Avondale neighborhood. If you go down the Kennedy going towards Wisconsin, you'll see it right off of the Kimball exit. And that's called El Centro. We also have another location called the Crothers Center, which is located in the Bronzeville neighborhood, right off of Lakeshore Drive, between McCormick Place and the Museum of Science and Industry. I was going to call it something else that we used to call it when I was younger. Okay. Available options for students, beginning with the fall 2016 semester. Students can live on campus. We have residential housing where students can choose 2 different floor plans. And of course, this adds to the tuition that students would pay if they chose to live at home. You're not required to live at Northeastern, but we do encourage it. And these are some new things that we have created to help our students get a better introduction about living, learning in our communities. One of the most popular ones is our Social Justice Leadership Scholarship that provides a housing scholarship for our students, where they get to live at the nest for 1 year. So that would be for fall and for spring semester. So they get to live on campus free for 1 year. Other resources that we have for students, obviously financial aid, scholarship. Our Undocumented Student Resource Center is very popular at Northeastern. And these are just some quick info about campus life or student life. We have Greek lettered organizations, student government, as well as a student-run newspaper and radio station. We have different programs to help our freshmen adjust to being new students in college. We have the KSEP program, the STEM program, the Project Success, Proyecto Palante, TRIO Student Success Services, and our Rent with Scholars. These all help students adjust to their first year and even their second year at college at Northeastern. And how do you apply? Right now, we're not on the Common App yet, but we will be soon. But right now we do it through our application on our website. Submit transcripts. There is a $30 application fee that can be waived. And of course, you need to make sure your high school sends us your official high school transcripts. Virtual events that we are doing, we are actually having on-campus tours. We do campus tours every Thursday at 4 p.m. As well as we have other presentations that we will do during the day. I'm sorry, I have a visitor here. And of course, if you have any questions, please contact me, and that is my direct email address. And of course, if you have general admission questions, you can contact us as well. And if your high school counselor is sending information, please make sure that they send it to that email address listed there, admissiondocs@neiu.edu. And that's it. Thank you so much. I feel like I rushed that last part.
Thank you so much. With that said, that concludes our presentation for today, but I do have a few closing announcements. So as you exit from this session, a survey will appear. It's approximately 5 questions or so, but please complete the survey. It is extremely useful as we aim to improve our virtual college fair offerings. Also want to remind you that you can sign up for additional sessions by visiting that registration site. And finally, you will have access to this recording by visiting strivescan.com/Illinois. I want to thank all of our amazing presenters for joining us, but also thank you to all of our attendees for taking time out of your busy Sunday. I hope everyone has a great afternoon. Thank you.